Okay, you might remember in the last video I said I was about to go do a drift day in the 350. Where is it? There it is. There it is. So that's what we're going to do today. Well, tomorrow, but in this video we're going to go for my very first drift day in the 350. Now I've got a few little jobs to do to it still. Obviously we've got all the exhaust and the oil cooler and all sorts of stuff done, but oh, and I've also got a new steering wheel. I know a lot of people complain about the NRG one, and I was just finding it annoying because it was too close to me. So we've got this nice Nardi one now. Although, I'm going to sound really picky here, but it's a bit too big. It's like massive. The biggest fucking steering wheel I've ever used. So, I don't know, I'll see if I can get used to that, but it feels a bit weird at the moment. Plenty of room for tyres and stuff now that we've stripped all the back out. Hopefully get 4 wheels in there pretty easily, and a jack and some tools. But yeah, I've just got to load up and then head down there, so let's cut straight to that. Alright, so we're here at Teesside, as you can tell. Bit of a jump cut there, straight to in the queue, but what are you going to do? You like my sketchy as fuck gauge mount, or whatever you'd call it. Literally put it together as I was on the way out the door yesterday. Folded some metal, cut it very badly, as you can see. But it does the job, you know? It holds the gauge. We're going to get one of the instructors in later on as well. But yeah, for now, let's just go out and just kind of get used to how the car handles. The front still feels kind of weird to me, but we'll see. We'll see if I get used to that. So we need to be in third around here. I don't know if I mentioned, but the handbrake in this car does absolutely nothing. Can't slow yourself down. Normally on this first corner, you'd go around it pretty fast, and then there's a tight hairpin at the end of it, so you've got to slow right down and stay sideways. Normally I just sort of use the handbrake to do that, to slow you down mid-drift and keep some angle, but I can't do that now. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. You wanna hop in?
Hello!
Hello.
Try to basically go a bit further, and then press on the brake and then turning in the same time.
Right.
Because that will be acting like a handbrake.
Yeah, I get it.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Good. The line was a bit off, but again, when you press on the brake, if you're not steering straight away, you're losing that momentum.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have to keep the angle of the car with the steering a little bit.
Right, okay. So kind of like you would when you're on power, but it's while you're braking as well, you sort of tip it in a bit.
It is exactly the same.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I think I'm just forgetting the steering when as soon as I'm touching the brakes. I nearly forgot to put the power on again.
It's lucky I said, because that one was really closer now.
Very close.
Still not steering.
No, I know, I can tell, I'm just letting it go. But
I know it's gonna take some time, but work on that.
Okay.
That is the next step.
Yeah.
Next step is steering the car, because you'll be faster than the car, which means you'll be able to
really? Because I feel like the reason I let go is because I can't keep up with the wheel.
Now.
Right, and then you get faster.
That's it.
Okay.
The idea is you're letting go because the car is doing it for you.
Yeah, it's just
so it basically goes wherever it wants to go.
Yeah.
You want to make it go and want to go. Now the idea is, you probably noticed this, when you're letting go of the steering wheel, you're lifting off.
I think
every time, every person will do that.
It
has to be, because if you're letting go of the steering wheel and you're still on power, it will keep on going and then you'll spin out.
Okay.
When you'll start steering, you can stay on power.
Okay, yeah,
which makes you faster. Right. That's it.
Okay.
Ideally, you actually
turn my fucking hands that quick.
You should be able to, slowly and slowly.
Okay, we'll get more practice.
And go. Nice. Now that was the first step.
The steering, because I stayed on the power, and then just like you say, whip it around with your hand.
Whip it around. That's the first step, to whip it and throw it.
Yeah.
Next step will be to not even let it go. Just shh.
Yeah.
But it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time.
No, I felt better. the steering.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it felt a lot better. Yep.
Okay,
no, that's good,
entry, work on that, and then I'll jump in with you after. I'll see how the progress is going.
Really helpful. Cheers.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
But nailed it. I thought I'd literally just done a couple of scratches down the side, but turns out bent the exhaust a bit. It's a shame. On the bottom of that. Oh well. If you're wondering why there was no onboard footage of the crash, it's because the GoPro died, like it always fucking does when anything interesting happens. But yeah, it's going to turn itself off again any second. I've only just turned it back on. But yeah, that's annoying. So yeah, I'm just going to swap batteries out and then we'll go out again. Nothing's actually broken apart from the exhaust tips, so carry on. Right, I know guys, you're sick of seeing me crash, but we're going to go back out, probably crash again. But let's not forget, that is one of the reasons I bought this car, is so that I'm not doing this to the 86. It's just very unfortunate that I happened to crash the 86 the day before, or 2 days before I started using this. Very bad timing.
That with you, man.
That's alright. You can come and be
Don't
like
crash, please.
Side impact this time. You can be like a human airbag.
No, man. Good. Pop. Yeah. No worries, dumb problem. This is easy. Yes!
That was better. It was a bit on the edge though, wasn't it? On that thing we were like on the bumpy
good.
bit.
That was good.
That would be good if I meant to get it on the edge, but that was just where it ended up. Damn it! I tried back to power, but the power just sort of spun me around more. I'm going too fast into that where the tyres are, and then whatever I do,
brakes. A little bit more braking power at that point. Try to feel the. I think it was too bad. I think it's probably the same as before.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing again. But it's just annoying because like I feel like by that point I've already fucked it up and there's not a lot I can do. Like I tried to get back to power there. But
try to brake a bit more. Try to slow down yourself a little bit more, and it will actually add you more angle.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to get out of the corner as well.
I think I'm worried that if I brake too hard, it's just going to lock up and I'm going to understeer into it.
At that point, if you're sideways and you press on the brakes, there's very little chance that you'll actually understeer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think because that's what happened at Rockingham where it just understeered. I think I'm worried about that.
Dude, this car is strong, man.
Taking a fucking beating. It don't really look any different, does it? There's a bit of mud.
The exhaust is a bit.
Well, that was already like that actually, so. Yeah, no, I felt better though because I pressed the brake quite hard and it just did what I wanted it to. It didn't understeer or anything.
And that flick was really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Nah, it felt better even though we spun out. I think that's where I've been going wrong all day because I just felt like I'm carrying too much speed into it, which is why I end up riding the tyres all the time.
Yeah.
But it's actually, yeah, if you just brake harder, it's alright. That's so much better when you just press the brake pedal harder.
Obviously.
Such a simple thing.
I didn't know that you weren't pressing the brakes, man.
I think honestly, I think I would be normally, but just because of rocking them the other day, when I braked, like I say, it was in a straight line. I braked and it just understeered, just locked up instantly. I'm so wary of it now. Should we try a little mangy? I feel like this is where it all goes wrong. Everyone that's crashed on that first corner today, it's been pretty much because they've just done a mangy and it's gone wrong. Let's just try it. I've not really done any in this car at all, ever. So, let's just see what it's like. Explain. Okay. So it is, huh? Going good though. I feel like I've finally got the hang of everything. Not everything, don't get me wrong, I don't mean I'm a fucking pro drifter now. I mean, there isn't any one corner now that's completely ruining me, like there was earlier. Like the mangies are pretty terrible still, but we'll work on that. Surely aren't going to last much longer. They were getting pretty low when I last looked at them, and now I'm smashing it in third gear through that whole last bit. They're going to be getting fucked. Do you think the mangy entry messes it up a bit too much going in?
Yeah, it's because you're not fully committed yet. Go, let's go. Never mind. Go, 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 go. Absolutely bang on. Go, 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 go. way. Go for it.
There we go.
Mind blown, man. Your progress from this morning.
It's a good improvement, isn't it?
It's
Since
like-
this morning.
When you use the brakes sideways,
Yeah.
you're using a lot of the grip on the back tires.
Yeah, to slow you
which
down.
right now you don't have a lot.
Right, okay.
So
yeah, that's why
you
we'll just do one more and then
Yeah, yeah.
push our luck.
That was
Timing!
timing was perfect, man.
Last run.
Honestly, man.
Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chris,
Yeah,
we'll talk in a
that
minute.
was awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
Cool,
done
thank you very
today.
much.
Well done.
I'll be honest, I shit myself a bit there. I've never had a tyre pop before. I've had them get very close, but never popped. Timing on that. Last run, last corner. That was crazy. Right, let's go inspect the damage. Don't know if you can see, but that's pretty fucked. Wow, that really popped. That really popped. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed watching me try and fail at some points to drift the 350. I've left all the bits in of me being shit and crashing into things and spinning out and straightening up, because as much as I'd love to look like a hero and be like, yeah, look, I just did all these perfect runs in a car that I've never drifted before, the reality is that, yeah, it took me quite a lot of getting used to. And weirdly, like, the main problem wasn't having less lock or less power than the 86, the main problem was just having no handbrake. Because the handbrake in the 350 is just useless, it doesn't do anything. So that really messed me up. And it's not for the normal reason, like, people hate on handbrakes in drifting because people just use them in like a boring way just to do like a really easy, predictable entry. Like, you just turn a little bit, pull handbrake, and it just slides in nicely. Like, I do use that sometimes in the 86, like I do use it in that way, but for the most part it's useful when, like, the first corner at Teesside is a long, fast corner, and then you've got to slow down into a tight hairpin and try and keep drifting the whole way. That's when it's useful, is to just sort of slow you down a bit, scrub off a bit of speed while maintaining a drift. And not having that option really messed me up in the morning. The first few hours of drifting, I was terrible at that fast into slow transition. And basically it turned out I was just not pressing the brake pedal hard enough, which makes me sound like an idiot and like I don't know how to drive. Like, oh, well, you wanted to slow down more, press the brake more. But the crash at Rockingham just really messed me up. Like, I just had it in my head all day that you haven't got ABS, don't make the same mistake twice, don't just slam on the brake pedal. So I think I was overcompensating for that then. I was being a bit too tentative on the brakes. And once Johan, the instructor, had kind of realised that and was like, yeah, just brake a bit harder. Well, as soon as he said that, it was so much easier after that. I was just like, oh wow, this is actually really controllable. Like, before that, I was just flying into that second corner at whatever speed I happened to be doing. Like, I was braking, but just not enough to actually do much. So yeah, once I started just pressing the brake pedal a bit harder, so much easier, so much more controllable, and I didn't really miss the handbrake at all after that, to be honest. It'd be nice to have it still, just so you've got the option, because, like, people hate on handbrakes, but, like, I don't know, it's nice, it's just an extra tool, you know what I mean? Like, everything that you do, clutch kicks, the throttle, steering inputs, the foot brake, the handbrake, it's all just tools that you use to drift in the way that you want. So having one less option is kind of a bad thing. Like, it's nice to have the option there so that you can just extend your line a bit, you can slow down a bit, and if you want to use it for an entry, then use it for an entry. Like, I don't really get the hate on handbrake, but yeah, rant over. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, so the main difference, like I say, was the lack of handbrake. The extra power and the lack of power and the lack of angle I didn't mind at all. Like, obviously it's still got a fair bit of power. You can still just clutch kick it in third gear and it'll slide. So that's, when I'm saying lack of power, I know it's not an MX-5 or whatever, like, it's still got plenty of power to drift. But I was having to clutch kick it like mid-drift in that third gear corner to keep the revs up and to keep it sliding, which I didn't mind. Like, it gives you something more to do. In the 86, you literally just on and off the throttle, that's it. You don't really ever have to clutch kick it mid-corner very often. Sometimes just to help with the line, but yeah, you don't have to. So it was nice to have a bit more to do. The extra lock, I didn't miss. Like, I feel like the 350 has got a bit more lock than the 86 had standard. Or maybe that's just because when I was learning to drift in the 86, I was just shit because I was learning. So maybe I was like, oh, it hasn't got enough lock. Maybe I was just blaming that. But I do remember, like, a lot of the time it would just spin out when you didn't even really have much lock at all. Whereas the 350, yeah, I spun out a couple of times, but like, I knew why and I knew it was coming. It was mainly throttle inputs rather than steering. So yeah, I was pretty happy with how it drifts. Like, it's definitely a good car to drift. I'd say much better out of the box than the 86 was. Like, even though, yeah, we've done coilovers and a few other bits and bobs, we haven't done a lot really. Like, we've not changed any bushings or anything yet. Like, you could literally just stick coilovers on it and it'd be fine to drift. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the car overall. Definitely looking forward to doing another drift day in it, which is going to be in 3 days' time at Santa Pod. And I'm kind of wary of this one because the diff, well, that's one thing I didn't mention. Things to be improved would be new handbrake and the diff. Not new handbrake, but hydro handbrake. And yeah, the diff is a little bit inconsistent, the stock one. It's a viscous diff, so it is a limited slip diff, but yeah, apparently they overheat pretty easily and then it basically turns into an open diff. And I did kind of notice that. Like, it felt like at some points you were giving it throttle and sometimes it would sort of do what you expect and like give you more angle or pull you out of a corner nicely, and other times it just wouldn't really do a lot and you'd have to give it even more throttle and clutch kick it, and it just felt a bit inconsistent, which apparently is exactly what people complain about in this diff. So looking forward to getting the two-way diff in, but that's not going to be before the next drift day at Santa Pod. So yeah, we'll see what it goes like at Santa Pod. But as usual, rambled on for way too long. This was meant to be like a 2-minute thing, it's like 6 minutes. So sorry if the video is really long, but that was the day. That was the day of first time drifting in the 350. And I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, seeing me be even shitter than normal and then eventually getting a bit better. But yeah, I'm just going to go swap these tyres now. Like I said, we'll do another drift day in 3 days' time, so got to get some fresh tyres on here. And hopefully my new wheels will have turned up by then. I think they're turning up tomorrow, I think. We'll see. So yeah, that's going to be the next video, will be the drift day at Santa Pod. So I'll see you there.